Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. Check. Mike 50. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. No.
2nd and 3. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And right away, he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
A second down throw for Mayfield. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. Third and goal. Throw it, Mayfield. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Going deep for Hopkins, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On second down, Mayfield again. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, 133. 55, 58. Whoa! The ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On third down, Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 35, Mike 35.
Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Operating from the gun, Francois going up top, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Francois. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Looking to throw. Francois. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. A good lane to run there for Bell as he'll get about 7 on first down.
Yeah, baby.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3. 3rd and 4. Mayfield. Caught here by Bell. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw, Mayfield. Screenplay, Johnson. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Dallas.
Mayfield now from the 50. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check.
Play fake. Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
That one good for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Alert! Weapon. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, alert!
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They go play action. Mayfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offensive coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
That good for 22 and a first down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Hines, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd down, Dobbins, and he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then. But for now, we'll take the 3.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Bryant. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect it and win.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 96 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
35.
From the gun, Francois. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Out. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
On second down, Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Mayfield looks to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They run. It's Johnson. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Here we go. Sunday ending. Come Trey. Smith. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out. Go. The field. Check it. The field. Watch the safety creep. Bang, bang. Whip it. Bang.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's Hines. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Back to throw. Francois. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Mayfield on play action. And he finds McLaurin. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Mayfield off the play fake. And he comes back with one complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Hey, Mike's 50. On the ball. Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh?
Operating from the gun, Francois. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th. Touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch 54. You can't block me. You can't block me.
2nd and 5. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Set, ready. 54. Touchdown. 54, Mike. Who that? Who that?
From the gun, Francois. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Let's go, Mike.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
Coming to you.
On 1st down, it's Johnson. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey, alert 33.
Seahawks 33-yard line.
Mike 50. Hey, Charlie. What's that? Hey, what's the ball?
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
In your face.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Watch out.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. His throw incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
You ain't got nothing. Run. Alert, 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 alert.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Watch out.
Mayfield down. And it's complete to Kelce. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Run. Up. Watch out.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on. The extra point up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Hey, Lobo, watch the curl, watch the curl. Jack.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the Seahawks on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
I got it.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. On the delay, here's Hines. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Francois. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. It's them with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Check 56.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Is that gonna get me? Begin.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Hey, check 24.
Regular.
Shoot. Mark 6.
Hey, seam 6. I got you.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A gain of 11 brings up 3rd.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Flush to his right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter down in Arizona. And give that one to the Cardinals. They wind up winners. That one's certainly of interest to many around the league. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go. Defense. Come on. Match up. And here we go.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there.